We gather again to say the walk, and Sister Eva's going to have our devotions tonight, so you all give your gift for your attention for the next few moments, and then after that we'll do the walk. Sister Eva?
The theme for the walk this year is unique from day one. What do you think that means? Everybody's different. From the day you're born, you're unique. There you go. I'm going to read some scripture and then we're going to see what the psalmist has to say about it. He says, "For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place. When I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of the sand. When I awake, I am still with you." Think about that. The psalmist says that God knew everything about him before he was even formed in his mother's womb. The whole abortion debate hinges on one issue. Is a fetus really part of the woman's body so she can do what she chooses with it? Or is a fetus a separate, distinct human being? Every human being throughout history has had a unique individual genetic code stamped on every cell in his or her body. Both the mother and the fetus, that's the baby, the baby that she carries have a genetic code stamped on their genes and chromosomes. Are they the same? No. The baby's genetic code is different from the mother's. To say a woman can do whatever she wants with her own body may be true, but it is not true that a baby is merely part of the mother's body. As Psalm 139 teaches, even in his mother's womb, David was David, a unique person being shaped by God for a special role in God's plan. There is no doubt God is pro-life. You know, I got thinking about something today that Paul said this morning when he was talking about the fields are ripe unto harvest, but the laborers are few. You know, when Moses was a baby, his mother had to hide him in the bulrushes because all the boy babies were supposed to be killed by the midwives. And then when Jesus was born, his parents had to take him and flee to Egypt because all the little boys that age were supposed to be killed. It was Herod's order. Whenever God does something great, the devil tries to stop it. And you know, the fields are what in the harvest, but we have lost a whole generation of workers. Not just in our country, but all over the world. Amy was telling me a while ago that in Australia, was it Australia? Their abortion law now says the baby can be killed after birth. You know, they're talking about that in our country. That's not abortion. That's murder. But then abortion is murder. How many great men of God or women of God, how many missionaries, how many pastors and teachers have not been born? That's the lie of the devil. That's the devil's plan. He tried to stop Jesus from being born. He tried to stop Moses from being born. And he stopped millions and millions of little babies from being born. And we don't know what they would have done. And it's heartbreaking to think about it. I was listening to a TV show on TV a while ago, or a movie, about Islam and the underground church in Iran. And the guy that has this ministry said there are 7,000 people groups in the world who have not heard the gospel. Now think about that. That's whole groups of people. And he said some of them are 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people in that group. And there's 7,000 of them. There's billions of people in the world who haven't heard the gospel. And we're murdering babies in the womb whom God might have created just like he created David for a purpose. You know, David said, you knew me before I was even born, and you knew my life and what I was to do. He knew that about every one of us. He had a plan for your life before you were ever born. And you need to follow God's plan. But we need to stand up and fight this abortion with everything in us. If it's money, if it's working, if it's telling somebody, if it's witnessing, whatever you can do. We need to vote for people who will stand up for the rights of the baby. We need to do all that we can do to do away with this scourge on our country. So just pray that something will happen in this nation, that we will turn back to God and we will turn away from this horror that abortion has brought on our nation. How can God bless America when America's killing its children? He can't. You know, we say, God bless America. Well, he looks down at us and shakes his head. We're shaking our fist at him as a nation. We don't care what he says, what his word says. So just pray about it. And I thank all of you all who are going to walk tonight, who have pledged and give money and have walked and have whatever you've done. Just do all that you can. Let's pray. Father, we are so grateful. We're grateful for the Able Center, for somebody that had a vision a long time ago to start this center and to have an opportunity for women to go and to hear the truth about abortion and to have the help that they need to keep their babies, to have their babies, and they support them for all that they need. And Lord, we just thank you for them. We pray that you would be with us tonight as we walk and that we would be able to give as much as we can give to help them out and to help you out. Lord, help us always be faithful to your cause, no matter what it is. Thank you for being with us tonight. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Thanks, sister.
Alright, if we'll get all the kids and teenagers to line up first, I'd like to get a picture of all of them.